Okay, we back. We in Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, and we're gonna read verse 16. Talking about we the children of Israel. It says, they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abomination provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not, like these religions today. Where are they in the Bible? They're not. They're new. There's something new that came up. Or the rock, like we read in 1 Corinthians 10 and 4, that spiritual rock of Mashiach Shai that was following us in the wilderness and leading us, in the cloud by day and the fiery cloud by night. Or the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High power that formed thee. And when the Most High saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. But they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. See? So that's very important, because, hold that. The Most High hid his face from us, and these nations know that the Most High hid his face from us. So why? Because we broke the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Therefore, we're in the condition that we're in now. We're breaking the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. So what you think they're gonna exalt the fact that you're coming back to the Most High? I don't think so. They're not gonna do it. That's why we gotta be ready. We gotta be in the right mindset to know what we need to do. As we read in here, what works with the Most High. Because if not, then we're going to be subject to the same thing over and over again. Over and over again. Look, so go to Ezekiel, the 39th chapter, the 23rd verse. Because remember he said he going to hide his face from us, right? So this is what it says as far as these other nations. They know this. But we don't know this, but we don't know enough of the scriptures to recognize that this is what they know. But it says in Ezekiel 39 and 23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. So you think they're going to show you what righteousness is? That's why y'all around there talking about we ain't under the Most High's laws. Because these heathens who we've been scattered among are telling you not under the law, and you regurgitating just what they say. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, just like we read in Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. That's why Deuteronomy 28:68 says, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt with captivity, slavery, and bondage again another time with ships. By the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when you go on these ships, you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. For slave men and slave women. What we sold on auction blocks. And nobody gonna redeem us. That's what he told us in Deuteronomy 28 and 29. No man shall save thee. But he said, therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword, according to their uncleanness and according to their transgression, our sins have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. See? Going back to Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter. See what it says? It says, verse 20, Deuteronomy 32 and 20, and he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. He gave us to the hand of our enemies, and enemies knowing that he hid his face from us. But they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith, believing in the Most High. He said, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. Like all these religions and all the gods of the nations, our idols, and the things that we invented. I mean, you hear this, if you understand and listen to this lesson, you've seen over and over again, we disrespected the Most High in all ways, shapes, and forms. Even to the point we say, I'm your king. We say, no, we don't want you to be our king. We want a king like the other nations. Man, that's low. See, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. Idols of the other nations, idols that we created and invented ourselves, as it is written. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. Hear that? Everybody don't consider a people, with those that are not a people. Because we're people. He said, I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Look, we're people. Go to Psalms 148:14. We're people. Psalms 148:14. He also exalted, and this proves who the saints are too. He also exalted the horn was the power of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, who are we a people. You see that? Even of the children of Israel, who are we a people near unto the Most High. Praise ye the Most High. So we are people. So look here what it says. Going back to Deuteronomy 32. She's going to move us to jealousy with a no people, them which are not a people. Wow, he didn't consider them a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, verse 22. And shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. So I will heap mischief upon them. I will spin mine arrows upon them. This to us, we the children of Israel. But all that we have been through, and you hearing, you have to know that we kept on doing wrong. They shall be burnt with anger, with hunger, and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them. We had to fight in arenas, lions, tigers, and bears, with the poison of serpents of the dust. Remember the poisonous snakes ate us up, killed us? Probably anacondas probably ate us up too. The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin. The suckling, that's babies, also with the man of gray hairs, the old man too. I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. What he said, the Most High said, he's going to make the remembrance of us to cease from among men. Right? Go to Psalms, 83rd chapter. That's why I say the Most High ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts. But let's go to Psalms 83. Let's see how he did it. Keep not thy silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. But lo, thine enemies make a turmoil or uproar, and they that hate thee, they that hate the Most High, have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, we the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, and consulted against thy hidden ones, because you don't know who you are. Most of our people don't know who they are. They read the Bible, they don't know who that is talking about them. But now you should know if you're listening, or you should inquire more. They have said, these other nations all together, they have said what? Come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That's why you're talking about your group or organization. Come on, community service organization, serving the community or organization. We not an organization, we a nation. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That's why we're not a group. We're not a group either. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Is that why y'all not saying we're a nation, the nation of Israel? That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Most I say you're going to cut us off being a nation. Here it is. But they have consulted together with one consent, the Most High rule in the kingdom of men. They are confederate against thee, confederate against the Most High. Who is it? The tabernacle of Edom, the so-called white man. And the Ishmaelites, Arabs, or Moab, Chinese, or the Hagarenes, Moab, Africans, Gebal, Arabs, and Ammon, Japanese, and Amalek, that's the Jewish people. The Philistines, Moabicans, and the inhabitants of Tyre, Moabicans, Ashur, Assyrians also is joined with them. All these nations joined together to cut us off from being a nation. Understand, overstand this. That's why the Most High said Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And it shall come to pass that as the Most High rejoice over, verse 64. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there, when you be scattered among these people, thou shalt serve other gods. See that? Other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. Now you tell me this ain't real. You mean to tell me Moses know about the Baptist, the Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, Church of God, all of Christ, Apostolic, African Methodist? He know about all these different religions that I'm naming. Islam, he know about all these different religions. Buddhists, Hare Krishnas, you name it, we in it. Halley's Comet, Jim Jones, they have their own religion. Waco, come on now. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, not him, which neither thou, we as we in the wilderness at this time, nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Come on, that's his religion. And among these nations shalt thou have no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Most High shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in the doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. You don't even know if you go to the store, children go to the store, you don't know if they're going to make it back. Trayvon Martin, did he make it back? No. He went to the store, had a little break. What he was doing playing this game, went to the store to get a drink and some chips, and he never made it back home. But there is a judgment. Go to Jeremiah 4 and 7. Jeremiah 4 and 7. You're not just going to do whatever you want to do and think there's no judgment. Judgment against us, going to be a judgment against these nations too. It says the lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. Y'all forgot about who the destroyer is? I think y'all forgot about who the destroyer is, right? I think we read about him. Remember? In 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. Still there, coded. 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. And it says, verse 10, it says, neither murmur you. Well, let's go back a little bit. Let's go verse 9. Neither let us tempt the Mashiach, this in the wilderness, as some of them also tempted, and will destroy the serpents. You have poisonous snakes, biters, and killers. Neither murmur as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. That's what Mashiach Yahushua. As the destroyer, known as the destroyer. Let's look at him. Exodus, let's see, Exodus, let me get it for you. let's go how we work. Go to Exodus 16 and 2 first. Because we murmured, and so we were destroyed or the destroyer, right? So Exodus 16 and 2 is, and the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, this to Moses and Aaron, would to the Most High, we had died by the hand of the Most High in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the fresh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said the Most High unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, this manna, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no, the law of life. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily, because the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Most High, right? So he made sure that we had enough for 2 days on that day. Numbers 14. Numbers 14. And look at what the Most High told the adults, those in the wilderness. He said, in verse 39, he said, your carcasses, your dead bodies shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Hear that? Except for, like he said, doubtless ye shall not come into the land concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb, the son of Jeshua, and Joshua, the son of Nun, like I've been saying. But your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, gonna bring them through the fire of Molech, the Ammonites, and Baal, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have despised. Scared. And the men that brought up the accusation in verse 36 said, even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land died by the plague before the Most High. See? You gotta watch your mouth, boy. When the Most High say, do this, he told him, go spy out the land I'm gonna give you, and you come back with some negative report. Like some of you we getting ready for the kingdom. Y'all got something negative to think about. Y'all love where you at now. You're gonna burn with this place. As it is written. I ain't about it, but it is written. Better understand and overstand. This is real as real could be. We got an opportunity to get it together now, or the opportunity is going to be taken away from us, where we're going to have to deal with the consequences. You see all the things we've done. If any of you thought about the Most High, you should feel pretty bad about the way we acted before him. It was terrible. If not, go over this lesson again. Start from the beginning and see what you see. It's bad. It's bad. Hold on, I want to look at something, look up something. This morning.